Dan Hoard inside the locker room with Bearcat Jr. Gary Clark. It's hard to beat a good team by 14 points in the NCAA Tournament, but I thought it was a very business-like performance last night. Is that a good way to describe it?
Yes. The preparation leading up into yesterday's game was, back to the basics and really getting down and defending. And you saw it yesterday.
When could you tell that you guys were going to play well? Did you have a good feeling in the days leading up to it?
Oh yeah, the practices were pretty rough, but at one point I looked at Troy in the hotel, and I was like, it feels good. Like defensively, everything feels like together. So at that point, it comes down to everyone being together on one page on the court, on the defensive end.
Last year in the NCAA tournament, you tried to play on one foot after twisting your ankle in the conference tournament. How determined were you to have a good NCAA tournament game?
I was pretty confident and excited. I remember talking to Trey and my mom last week and told them how I wasn't, necessarily in a great mood last year, trying to figure out ways to really play on both ends of the court and, not really re-injure my ankle. So last year wasn't so exciting to, experience. So I was really excited to get back in the conference tournament last year and the tournament, NCAA tournament this year. So it was big, for us to come out and play well, and I was able to contribute a lot offensively and defensively, and for us to come out victorious.
Coach Cronin said after the game he wants to keep coaching Troy Copain for 3 more weeks, and I'm sure he means that about the other 2 seniors as well. It occurs to me, though, as a player, you probably want to play with those guys for as long as you can.
Yeah, I mentioned the other day we're not ready to be done with our seniors yet, and from playing on the court, from rooming and traveling together, they're just great people to be around. And a lot of people call Troy the general, because he's always from putting things together, whereas all of us hanging out playing video games or calling the plays offensively and defensively. So between him and Kevin and Zach, it's just they're just good people to be around.
As a basketball fan, how much do you enjoy watching UCLA?
I've honestly only watched them play once when they played Arizona, and they're an exciting team. They get up and down, and but I haven't really watched them play until just this week yesterday until we've been watching film on them a little bit.
Lonzo Ball's the guy that gets the most attention, but their leading scorer is Leaf, who's 6'10". They've got a 7-footer, Welsh, who's a good outside shooter. It's going to be a big challenge for you and Kyle to defend their bigs, correct?
Yes, it is. We've been talking about it with Coach Savino and Coach over the last 24 hours, and it's just the schemes, the scout report really, not letting guys get to their certain spots, and as hard as they'll be to guard, we have to be just as hard for them to guard us, and can't be a one-sided board on that. So just really being prepared and ready to defend.
The national storyline is great offensive team against great defensive team. Is that a fair way of looking at this game?
Yeah, you can say that. But people that's actually been watching the Bearcats this year also understands how offensively better we've gotten this year, and our efficiency is going up. And so it'll be a good game. Our guys are excited to really, go face the team and face the challenge that we got before us.
30-5. You haven't been an underdog very often this year. Do you kind of relish the prospect of facing a team that so many people are picking to go a long way?
It is what it is. You just be the more prepared team, the more solid team, and everybody, doing what they're supposed to do, and just hope, get the job done. That's our motto, is get your job done, so that therefore if your job's done, more than likely the team will come out victorious.
Best of luck against UCLA. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, that's Gary Clark, and I'm Dan Hoard for GoBearcats.com.